So the moment Meghan Markle stepped into Kris Jenner's birthday party, it was like she'd rehearsed this entrance in her head 100 times. That walk, that smile, that confidence. She honestly looked like she believed this was her big Hollywood comeback. She was inside Jeff Bezos's gigantic $165 million mansion, shoulders back, head high, like the room was about to collectively gasp, "She's here!" But spoiler alert, the room did not gasp. The room barely blinked.
Everybody else is over there, and they're kind of on their own over here. Because again, they're not really that connected.
What actually unfolded was one of those painfully awkward social moments where you feel secondhand embarrassment even if you're not physically there. Harry was trailing slightly behind her with the expression of a man who already knew this wasn't going to go the way she hoped. The entire vibe around them was cold, distant, uninterested. And then, across the room, sat Adele. Yes, Adele, in that same exact space. And if you know the history, you know how spicy that already is. These two have been wrapped in this weird, unspoken comparison for years. Palace insiders have been using Adele as the example of how to do fame properly, while Meghan, according to their narrative, is the exact opposite. So now, with the two of them ending up in the same space, on the same night, in front of the same people, at one of the most exclusive events in Hollywood, every pair of eyes was locked in, waiting to see how this would go, and wow, it went messy. Before we get into the meat of it, here's the backstory of why the Adele thing is even a thing. Since 2019, the media wouldn't stop comparing them. Adele, the global icon with record-breaking albums, millions of fans, and yet somehow she manages to disappear for years at a time. No drama, no chaos, no oversharing. She vanishes, heals, lives life, then casually reappears with an album that takes over the world.
Is in here, but she's like, yeah, no, I don't want that photo of Meghan. Can you remove that one, please? Whoever posted that, get rid of her.
Meanwhile, Meghan, headlines, documentaries, leaks, Netflix specials, Oprah, podcasts, always visible, always talked about. And according to the palace, Adele is the gold standard of fame. And Meghan is, well, chaos. So for years, every article, every nasty little comment section, every royal source brought up Adele as the elegant one and Meghan as the dramatic one. They turned the comparison into a storyline Meghan could never escape. And now suddenly, these two women were breathing the same air at an intimate party. Maybe 50 guests, every single one of them A-list. All of them watching. And as if that wasn't enough pressure, the timing of the party made everything even worse.
Normally do a tour, or in this case it was going to be the Vegas residency, and then you vanish.
Yeah. Because while Meghan was getting glam in Beverly Hills for Kris Jenner's party, the entire royal family was standing at the Cenotaph in London, observing 2 minutes of silence for Remembrance Sunday, one of the most sacred days in the UK, and then photos dropped. Photos of Harry at a birthday party, in a tux, wearing a poppy, in a billionaire's mansion. The internet didn't even roast them at first. People were genuinely confused, like, did nobody check the calendar before getting dressed? Whatever point Meghan thought they were making, the timing crushed it. So Meghan walks into the party clearly expecting some level of warmth, someone calling her name, someone pulling her into their circle, any sign that she belonged in the room. But according to people who were actually there, the reception was icy, not rude, not dramatic, just uninterested. People kept talking. Conversations moved around her, not toward her. A couple of polite nods, the kind strangers give you in an elevator, but that Hollywood sparkle, not there.
And I think they both look weird. It both looks like to me that they're both really trying hard to connect.
Harry noticed instantly. His shoulders pulled in, his steps slowed. He looked like someone trying to shrink himself. This was not a room of people who fake enthusiasm. Mariah Carey was there, who publicly said she'd never met Meghan, even though Meghan made it sound like she had Martha Stewart was there, who has openly questioned whether Meghan actually knows what she's doing. Nobody in this room had a reason to pretend if they liked you, you felt it. If they didn't, you felt that even harder. Meghan kept scanning the space for someone, anyone, to connect with, but the reports were the same. Polite at best, cold at worst. And here's where things got really interesting. Harry was getting warmer treatment than Meghan. People approached him, they smiled at him, they seemed genuinely happy to see him, but Meghan, not so much. One source described it as watching someone try to work a room where no one wanted to be worked. Harry noticed, Meghan noticed, and the longer it went on, the more awkward it became. Meghan's grip on Harry's arm reportedly kept getting tighter, but she didn't stop moving, because then she saw Adele, and everything in the room shifted. This wasn't just any celebrity, this was Adele, the woman Meghan's been compared to nonstop, and to make things even heavier, Adele almost never goes to these Hollywood parties anymore, so her presence alone added weight. She was standing in a small circle, tucked off to the side, laughing with people she clearly loves. Relaxed, comfortable, not chasing attention, not performing. Meanwhile, Meghan was clearly debating in her mind whether to approach. And those who knew the backstory knew exactly why this moment mattered. Rumor has it Meghan once sent Adele one of her ARO gift baskets, the ones with the overpriced jam and lemons. And rumor also has it Adele sent it back, no note, no thank you, just returned. Adele has never confirmed or denied that, which honestly says a lot. So when Meghan started walking in Adele's direction, people took notice. Harry's face reportedly tightened. And according to multiple sources, as Meghan and Harry approached, Adele suddenly became very deep, very animated, in a conversation with her group body language closed off. No eye contact, no acknowledgement, nothing. Meghan stopped, paused, held that smile, then pivoted smoothly, pretending she had somewhere else to be. It was professional. It was graceful, but anyone paying attention saw the whole thing. After that moment, their night was basically over. The vibe around them was done. They didn't stay long. They left quietly before the actual peak of the party. No goodbye photo with Kris Jenner, no mingling, no warm farewell. They just slipped out. And the next morning, the internet exploded. Photos started circulating, and immediately the comparisons began. Meghan smiling at a billionaire's mansion champagne, lights, designer dress. Meanwhile, the royal family was at the cenotaph. King Charles in uniform, William standing tall, Kate composed in mourning Black Prince George, just 12 years old, standing with the kind of poise Harry hasn't shown in years. You didn't even need captions. The images spoke for themselves. People weren't angry. They were confused. Confused about what Meghan thought the optics would be. Confused about what she was trying to accomplish. Confused why she kept walking into situations that made her look more isolated every time. And after this party, the reality became brutally clear. Hollywood didn't slam the door in Meghan's face. It just didn't open it. It kept moving. Adele didn't insult her. She simply didn't make space for her. And in Hollywood, that silence hits harder than any public snub ever could. The comparison Meghan has been fighting for years played out right there in real-time. Adele, low-key, grounded, surrounded by real friends, not needing attention. Meghan, working the room, too visible, trying to fit somewhere she clearly wasn't being welcomed. So what happens next? Does Meghan recalibrate? Does she double down? Does she try another angle? Or does she keep walking into rooms expecting applause that simply isn't coming? If you want more royal drama breakdowns like this, hit subscribe and don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me, honestly, what would you do if you were in Meghan's position? And with that, the tea has officially been spilled.